prime time on the top game, it's a fine line. Man in the match, that's David. He's the main guy, keep a close eye. Make sure you don't make no wrong play, cause I'm with Jose and Andre. When Cyrus comes to walk in, you better know that you are watching Premier League. David, tell them what time we on. Prime time. Let me hear you say Premier League. David, tell them what time we on. Prime time.
Jose, Manchester United supporter, are you ready for keep, loan, or sell?
I am ready.
David De Gea.
Well, I mean, it's you throw me into the deep end right away with this one. This is the big one, the controversial one. It splits a lot of fans' opinions. I'm gonna be on the side of sell. I think that we just need to move on from De Gea at this point. His recent mistakes, I think, it made make it hard for me to defend him because his great attribute is his shot stopping, and he hasn't been great at that recently. So I have to say sell.
Jack Butland, do we keep permanently or send him back?
I would keep him. I think he's a decent backup option.
Dean Henderson.
I think we have to sell him. I think we can get a decent fee for him, maybe 15, 20 million if we're lucky. So I would sell him.
Reports suggest that Nottingham Forest are ready to make a £30 million bid for Henderson.
Even better then.
Victor Lindelof.
Keep. I think he's been great this season for us. Whenever we've needed him, he's stepped up, and I think that he can only improve under Ten Hag.
Eric Bailly.
Definitely sell. The injuries too big of a problem. A bit of a Paul Pogba situation, honestly. I think he's a really talented player. Great on his day. Love when he roulettes past Mohamed Salah, but I think that we have to move him on.
Harry Maguire.
Obvious. Sell.
Lisandro Martinez.
Probably one of the most obvious keeps.
Next, of course, we have the Ray, the Ghost, the Phantom, Rafael Varane.
Definitely keep. I think his experience and leadership are massive attributes for this team. And even if we get another center back, maybe Kim Min-jae, I think he can work under Varane and learn a lot from Varane.
Tyrone Malacia.
Definitely keep. I think he provides great competition for Luke Shaw. Maybe once Shaw either gets too old or maybe injuries start catching up with him, Malacia can end up being our starter.
Diogo Dalot.
Definitely keep. I think he's a great player. I think he has a great balance between attacking and defense, which I think we all know Aaron Wan-Bissaka lacks a bit of that attacking flair that I think Dalot has. I think Dalot should be our starting right back. So keep.
And speaking of which, Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
I also think we should keep Wan-Bissaka. I think he's a great defender. I think especially when we come up against big sides with great wingers, I think he's a great option to have. We know how much he's pocketed great wingers in the past. Raheem Sterling comes to mind, someone I love to mention all the time. So keep.
And I think a even bigger shock is how Jose has just mentioned great wingers and has put Raheem Sterling in that category. Luke Shaw.
Definitely keep. Every once in a while, he does kind of have a season that drops off, but I think with Ten Hag and with Malacia definitely vying for his spot, I think he'll be good for the next few years. So definitely keep Luke Shaw.
Alex Telles.
Definitely sell. Never really seemed like he's been good enough in the time he was there. In the time he was in Manchester. I think at Sevilla, he was a big part of the team that was relegation threatened for a while, and his drop from the team has also coincided with Sevilla's recent resurgence to form. So definitely sell.
Brandon Williams.
Definitely sell. The guy's an idiot, first of all. He for some reason thinks that Maguire is a good player. He's also been reported to be doing balloons frequently, which is interesting. So definitely sell. He's a clown.
Alvaro Fernandez.
Can't say I know too much about him. Is he a young player?
Left back, promising young left back. Spanish, came in from, I believe, Real Madrid's youth academy. And He's on loan at Preston right now. Has been playing very well at Preston at the moment. What would you do with Alvaro Fernandez?
We already have 2 left backs. We have Dalo who can play left back. I would say we loan him again. It's good to hear he's been promising though.
Scott McTominay.
Yeah, I think his time has probably come. I don't think he's ever really been good enough to start. I think off the bench he's an okay option, but even then, it's like when you bring him off the bench, what are you looking for? Are you going to bring him on as an attacking player or a defensive player? He's not really either. He's kind of somewhere in the middle. I don't really see how he fits in. I would sell him. I think we could get maybe 20-25 million for him, so that could be good.
Fred,
I would keep. I think Fred is a super sub. I think he's almost always looked good when he comes off the bench. I think that he definitely can provide options either going forward or defending, which is good. So yeah, I would keep Fred as a bench player.
Donny van de Beek.
I still have faith in Donny van de Beek. I think if not for injuries this season, he could have really made an impact in our team with Ten Hag. I think that Ten Hag obviously knows what he's capable of, and I think that there is a talented player there, so I would keep him. But I think that this season is definitely a make or break season for him. This coming season.
Casemiro.
Definitely keep our most important player. When he's not on the pitch, we have very little hope of getting a result. We absolutely need him. His leadership is amazing, and his ability is amazing.
Marcel Sabitzer.
No, this one's an interesting one. He did get injured recently. I think he's definitely not good enough to be a starter, which says a lot. I think we could do better. I think we should not sell him, but I just don't think we should buy him permanently. I think we should let him go back to Bayern and get a center mid who is of higher quality. Maybe Yuri Tielemans comes to mind, someone we could get in his place.
The captain, Bruno Fernandes.
Definitely keep. I think probably our best signing post Sir Alex. I would say he's definitely one of our most important players alongside Casemiro. When he's not playing in attacking midfield, we have some serious problems, as seen by, I forget which match it was, Sevilla. That was terrible without him. So I think that that match really showed his importance, and we should definitely keep him.
Ahmad smashing it in the championship at the moment with
very excited to see what he can do next season. He reminds me a lot of Marco Asensio in his early days, so hopefully he can be the man Asensio should have been. A lot of goals I've seen from him cutting inside on his left foot, similar to Antony, but he's doing a lot more than Antony's been doing it. So I'm very excited to see Ahmad next season. Definitely keep.
Facundo Palestri.
I think we should keep him. We should keep him as a bench player for now. I do question his ability sometimes. I'm not really sure what he has. He's a decent dribbler. He's not the quickest. He has decent link-up play, but I just feel like he doesn't. In the matches I've seen him, he is incapable of doing enough to the point where I think he could be a successful winger for us. But I would keep him for now and see what he can do next season.
Anthony Elanga.
I think we can sell him. I don't think he's ever really been good enough to start. I don't think he's ever really made a massive impact other than the one goal against Atleti in the Champions League last season. I haven't ever really seen anything I really like from Elanga. I don't think his dribbling is the best. I think he's quick, but that's about it. So I think we should sell him.
Alejandro Garnacho.
Really exciting player. I love watching him. The mirror between him and a young Cristiano Ronaldo is definitely there. So I think that he could definitely blossom into an incredible player. I'm really excited to see him. Definitely keep.
Anthony.
I think we should keep him. I don't think he's had the best first season, but I think he could do better. And I think that the incoming competition with Ahmad next season will be definitely really good for his game. So keep.
Mr. MBE, Marcus Rashford.
Absolutely love Marcus Rashford. I love that he's homegrown. I love how great his season has been this year. Very, very happy to see him back banging in the goals. So definitely keep.
Wout Weghorst.
Early in Weghorst's time at United, I was a very big supporter of his because I think he's an excellent. It's a very weird phrase, but a defensive center forward. He would win a lot of balls back and start a lot of attacks from his own half, which I really appreciated. But he just can't score, and we can't have a center forward who can't score. Even at United, when it's often a graveyard shift at the 9, I think that what little chances you have to put away. So I definitely would sell. Would not sell, but I would not buy Wout Weghorst permanently.
The last two, Anthony Martial.
Yeah, Martial. I mean, he's never really going to be the starter. I've finally accepted that. He's always been one of my favorite players at United, but I don't think we should sell him. But I don't think he should be a starter. So I would keep him because I think he is a good option coming off the bench. In matches, I think he provides a lot going forward when he's available. But the issue is just he's not always available. So I would keep him, but I think we definitely need to get a striker who can actually start every match and not get injured.
And the last player, Jadon Sancho.
Yeah, I think. I mean, he's only been here for 2 seasons. The last season, I don't even think we should really count because the entire team was terrible, and so was he. But he hasn't really kicked on this season. There's a period at the beginning of the season where he looked like he was getting onto it when he scored that great goal against Liverpool, and then scored the next week against I believe it was either Southampton or Leicester. But I think that we should keep Sancho for this season, but it's definitely a make or break season for him. I like that he can play on the left or the right or in the middle as well. A very versatile player, which is good. Very skillful player, but definitely needs to make more of an impact in big games. So I would keep him hesitantly.
Brilliant. Thank you, Jose, for your time.
Thank you so much for your time watching this, and let us know in the comments down below what are your thoughts on the topics that have been in store in this feature of Premier League Primetime in the comments down below. Smash like on the video and subscribe to the channel, and be sure to check out our other platforms on Instagram, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts, and wherever you are watching this in the world. We hope you have an absolutely fantastic day / evening.